my bill has exceeded to this $1. That's why it is giving me the error. Okay. So whenever you open a new account, this is the first step you should do. Set your billing alarms. Okay. So that is the first part. Now I request Swati ma'am, we can we announce the break ma'am for 10 minutes? Hello. Uh, am I audible? So hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Now you are audible, ma'am.
Okay. Guys, let's just take our 10 minutes of break and we'll again assemble back by 11:50.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible, sir.
Okay, thank you, thank you. So there is a one question in the chat box that what is the difference of the root user with the others? It's very simple. Like root user have all the privileges, all the powers actually. Okay, root user can create the other users. They can assign the privileges or set the privileges for the other users, and if needed root user can delete the account also of AWS. So all these powers and privileges are only with the root user. Okay, and in the AWS documentation it is mentioned, it is written in the AWS documentation that you should use the root user credentials only once you have opened the account. Create the IAM user and then give him the admin accesses. Okay, so that is the difference between the root user and the others. I hope uh, uh, it is clear. uh, there is no other question. Okay. So let's continue. uh, Let me share the slides. So we just discussed about the AWS billing alarms, how to set those. Now, yes, I am going to discuss about the IAM introduction. IAM stand for the Identity Management Service. It is a global service. That means it is not related with any region. Once you click on the IAM service, uh, it is a global service that I am going to demonstrate. So here also mention on the slide, instead of using the root account, create a IAM user, and through IAM user you can access your account. It is mentioned in the AWS documents. Never share your root or the IAM credentials to anyone. That is very dangerous. If someone got access, then he can create the resources he can use, and you have to pay the bills. Okay, and then there is a concept called policies are written in the JSON JavaScript object notation. So you can assign the policies. So like you can restrict that this user can able to access this service only. Okay, not all the services are available for that user. So let me give a very simple analogy to understand this. Let's say suppose you are in your college. Okay, so there are different roles: principal, then HOD, and then normal assistant professor. Like these are the roles, right? So obviously principal have some more privileges, some more powers than the assistant professor, right? So he is a root user. HOD is also again a powerful role, but uh, not less privileges, less power than principal, and more privileges, more power as compared to the assistant professor. Like this. So same way. Okay. Now there are three different concepts. One is called as the user, then groups, and the roles. And all these are related with some policies. So you can decide the policies that user can access this much services only. Okay, and every user you can create the group. So let's say suppose what happened, you have in your college, let's say different departments are there, right? Computer department, IT department, ENTC department, and they have the users. So either user can belong to the group or user can work independently, right? So let's say principal not belong to any department, but he is a user. So kind like this. So and if you attach some policies to the group that are by default applicable to the users in that group. Okay, so let's say in your college, the rule is applicable to computer department that your shift is from 10 to 5. So whosoever working in the computer department, by default they have to follow those rules or some policies. Okay, let's say ENTC department shift is from 8 to 4. So all the those who are working in the ENTC department, they need to follow that rules. Okay, so and as I mentioned, either user can belong to the any group or he can work independently. Okay, and what are the roles? Roles means temporary created roles. So for example, if you have ever visited any industry, or let's say you go to the industrial visit with your student, they provide you the some special I-cards called mention on the visitors, right? So those are the temporary roles. So what is the difference between the users and the roles? So people working in that company, that IT company, are the users of that company. They have their permanent I-card, okay? And roles are some temporary roles. So maybe today your college visited to that industry, they use that visitor I-cards for you and your student. So tomorrow, let's say my college visited the same industry, so they allocate that temporary role to me. So are you getting? So this is the difference between the users and the roles. Okay. And you can attach the policies, as I mentioned. Either you can write those are policies are written in the JSON scripts. Okay. Okay, so how to create the IAM? So let me switch to the actual uh, website. Okay. So here I am in my account. I am in my account, and here I will search. So now how to access the services? Here you are observing either you can search the services or you can click on these services. So if I click on these services, it will show me these are the general categories, right? So and here these are the sub services names, okay? Or if, and it's a huge list, believe me, it's a very huge list, okay? It's starting from EC to compute service to the machine learning, IoT, and quantum computing. So all these are, like every week AWS is launching new services. Okay, so this is the very huge list. Now I want to search the IAM service, so I can just search here in the search box IAM, and it is displaying me this. So I click on this IAM service. Okay, so see here. So on the left hand side, you are able to see either you can create the user groups, or you can create the users, or you can roles and the policies. So just now we discussed this. These are the three important things: groups, users, and roles. And you can attach the policies. So let's create one IAM user. I click on the user. Here I have already created one. I will create the new user. Click on the admin add user. Okay, I click on this add user, and I say FDP admin. Okay, FDP admin is the name of my user. Okay, so provide user access to the AWS management console optional. I said okay, no problem. He can access the um AWS management console. So what is AWS management console? This website, whatever we are accessing, no, this web page is called as the management console. Okay, so here, or I can I am clicking this provide user access to the AWS management console. I am clicking on next, and here, or let me just provide the AWS management console, then click on I want to create the IAM user. Now it is showing me, do you want the auto generated password or the custom password? So right now what I will do, I will give the custom generated password. Okay, so whenever I log in to the my IAM user, no, I will use this password. Okay, and then this is very important. You might have come across the situation whenever you log in to the new website, it will ask to it will give you the it will provide you the one default password, and as soon as you log in, they want you to change the password, right? So see here, user must create a new password at the next sign in recommended. So if I click this box, I can log in first time with this password, but then I need to change the password compulsory. Okay, so I will check this box also, and then say next. All right, now it is asking me, do you want to add this user to any group? So I said yes, create one group. So here I am creating new group. Okay, create group, and then I said FDP group. Okay, and now see here, it is asking me what permission do you want to give this group. Okay, so I say administrator access. So as soon as I click
Sir,
administrator access,
the
yes.
screen is not visible, sir.
Oh, okay. Hmm. We are
Yes, sir,
not.
we can see now.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay, sir.
Just okay. Thank you. So I just repeat once again, just in a short point of time. Uh, so what I did, I just created. Okay, let me finish this and then I will go through again those steps. So here I have created a new group, FDP group, and then permission policies. So already AWS has huge list of policies already created for me. So let's say suppose I want a specific policy related to S3. So here have you seen this Amazon S3 full access? Or if I am not mention here anything, and I want to give the administrator access to this group, FDP group. So as soon as I attach this policy to this group, whatever the user registered in this group automatically get this access. Okay. So I attach this and then create the user group. Okay. And now it is saying me again, I come back to this. Okay. So we were on the creating the new user, right? So it is asking me add user to the group. So I will say FDP group, add FDP user to the FDP group, then click on next. So see here, user details. What is my username? That is the FDP admin, and he belongs to this FDP group. And then custom password is there. Everything is okay. I said create user. Okay. So now here it is showing me this important information. This is the URL you required to log in as a IAM user. This is the username and this is the password. Okay. And compulsory you should download this CSV file. This is again important. Okay. So I download this file. Okay. Now so again let me revise that you are not able to see those. So here this is called as the management console. Either you can click on these services if you want to visit any service. If you want to see any service, you can check the services here, or you can search here. So I can search from in this is through this search box I am. Okay. And now you can click on this service. Okay, this is the way how you can search any particular service on the management console. Okay. And here I was showing you like these three things. There is a concept called group, user and roles, and then you can attach the policy. Left hand side please. Okay. And then to create the new user, just click on this users, and here you can say add user, and in this way you can create the new user. I just created the new user called as the FDP user. Okay. Sorry, FDP admin is the username. So FDP admin is the username who is belonging to the one group, that is the FDP group, right? And what permission he has? He has these two permission: administrator access and IAM user change password. So these two policies are attached with this. Okay. So I hope this is clear. So IAM is very important service of the AWS to create the new users and to give them access of your account. Okay. So that's what we use for the IAM, identity and access management service. Now I want to log in as a IAM user. So just I downloaded this one file. Just let me check that file. So if suppose I click, I open my download folder. So download, and here I have downloaded these credentials of my IAM user. So here I can use this link to log in as a to my. So here I can log in as a IAM user. As soon as I log in, I will sign out from my root account. Okay. So right now, from that file whatever I have downloaded, there they provided me a link. So from that link I got this information. Okay. So what is the username? That is the FDP admin. That is the username. And what is the password? Password is this. uh, this is the password. And have you remember that I have mentioned that user must change the password on his next login. So it is asking me to confirm the new password. Okay. So this is all about the IAM service. I hope it is clear. So in IAM, you can create the new users, number one. Number two, there are three important concepts: user, groups, roles, and the policies. Okay. So let me check. If you have understood this, please type one, or if you have any doubt, you can ask. Just type in the chat box. I'm waiting for 1 minute, then we'll start another service. IAM service is used to create the new users and give them access of your account. That is the purpose of the IAM service. It is one of the important service because in industry, whenever it's just like whenever you join any company, your administrator create a one login credential for you, and on the basis of your role, you get access to the system, right? So that's why IAM services used. All right, so no questions. So let's jump to the next important service. Okay, and from the security only, if you uh, on the if you want to enable the multi-factor authentication, so you can click on the this global service my security credentials, and then you can find the multi-factor authentication here, and you can activate that. But here it is mentioned for MFA install the Google Authenticator app. Okay, you know it. Many people are using the multi-factor authentication, so I can skip that. All right, now this is the another important service, that is the compute service. EC2, first of all, let me explain this. EC2 is file new. So what is the meaning of EC2? EC2 is nothing but this is the 2 time C, okay, and it is the meaning of elastic compute cloud. Elastic compute cloud. So that is the long form of this service, okay. So they shortcut 2 times C, they use EC2 service. Okay, it is one of the very core service which is used for the computational power. So we are going to create the one virtual machine on AWS server now. Okay, and when I say I am using EC2, that means you should able to immediately tell me this is the infrastructure as a service. Okay, so this is the relation. Now let's create one machine. Okay. Uh, all right. So let me jump to the my terminal. So I will close this IAM. We are not, and as I mentioned, when you log into the IAM, you sign out from your root. So here, what I'm going to do, I will again type the AWS management console, and here I will log in as a root user again. Okay. This is not a good. I am telling you that you always use IAM and I am accessing my account through root only. But yes. Okay, sign up. If you observe here below, sign in the using root user email. So I am going to click on the root user email. So root user, here is my email. Next. Uh, okay. So submit, and then multi-factor. Hmm. So okay, so right now I am in the my AWS management console. Here I am going to select the Mumbai region. So whatever we are going to work in the Mumbai region. Now why you should aware about the region is that if suppose you created few resources in the another region, okay, so those resources you have to remember this. Many times it happens, okay, Many times I got complained that we don't know how we came so much huge bill, because many people by mistakenly create the resource in a different region and they are not aware, and because in Mumbai region I am not able to see what resources I have created in the Virginia region. So please, while working, make sure that you are going to work in a single region only. First thing is that, okay. So if you see right now I am in the Mumbai region, so it is not showing what resources I am running in my other regions. So, and many people create the resource and they forget about it, and then once the resources are open or they are on, AWS automatically gives you bills. Okay, so it's a just concept is pay as per your use. Okay, so I am selecting here Mumbai region, and now I will click on EC2. Okay. So either you can search it like this EC2, or another way is that you click on the services, you go to the compute service. Okay, here left hand side, click on the compute service, and here you will find so many different compute service also and EC2. So I am going to click on the EC2. Okay, so it is going to give me this dashboard of EC2 dashboard. Now, what is the use of EC2? First thing, we are discussing the cloud computing, right? So let's assume the one use case. Suppose you are in the college in the lab, and you have the Windows laptop, okay? And now what happened if one student came and he asked, sir, sir, I want to run one command. I want to test one command. You ask, okay, which operating system or on which platform you want to test this command. So he said, sir, I have Ubuntu machine at my home, but I want that you should test this command on your laptop. Now, there is no lab assistant and no Ubuntu machine is available in your lab. So what you can do, there are multiple options. Either you have to search the Ubuntu machine, or if you want to install on your laptop, then you need a setup. You install the Ubuntu on your Windows for just to test one single command. Okay, I am telling you a very long way. The right now what is the shortcut is, there are so many Ubuntu platforms are available, but we assume this use case to understand. Now after doing all these things, installation and all that on your machine, then only you are able to use the Ubuntu machine. But what if you have the cloud AWS account? What you can do? You can just simply go visit to the your AWS account, login. You create the one Linux machine. Whatever you work you want to do, or you want to run some program in the Linux, you just execute that program, see the output, close the machine, or delete that resource, stop that resource, and come out. So cloud provides you on demand computing resources. That is the point, and that is the advantage of cloud. Okay, so now here I'm going to create the new fresh machine. uh, okay, so here you can see on which service I am on the EC2 dashboard. Okay, here I'm clicking on this launch instance. Okay, again I am clicking on launch instance. So here it is asking me, all right, you want a new machine, right? So give the name to that machine. So I say FDP server. Okay, so here it's the name of my machine. Then it is asking me, tell me which operating system you want, which operating system machine or server you want. So here is a huge list. Okay, so if you see here, itself Amazon have its own Linux machine, then Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, or if you want you can browse more. AMI stand for Amazon machine images. So if I click here, I could able to see all type of images. See down, it's a huge list. Okay, so there are 47 AMIs are available. There are 500 community AMIs are available. Okay, but remember, all these images are not free tier, not comes under the free tier. So while selecting the operating system, you should be very much aware whether you are using the free tier or not. Okay, so on the left hand side there are the filters. If I click on the free tier only, if I click this box, only 17 are remaining out of 47. So all these machines are only eligible for the free tier, not all the machines. Okay, so this is very very important. It should not be free means not everything is free. That is the point. So let's use this AWS Amazon Linux machine. Okay, now it always provide you the most latest machine. Remember this. Okay, So this is the 64-bit x86 means Intel processor, and this is the AMI ID of my machine. So I just click here select. So we are going to create the one server of Amazon Linux, which is a Linux machine. Okay. After that, it will ask me that what type of instance type you want. Means how many resources, how many CPUs, what is the size of your RAM. So ultimately, do you remember my example, initial example? You are telling the configuration of your new server to the Amazon, and AWS is going to take that configuration, will create a one virtual machine and give access to you. Okay, that is the way how it works. Now again, you have to be very careful about the free tier resources. Now this T2.micro is a free tier machine, okay, in which we are going to get the one virtual CPU and 1 GB GIB memory. Okay, now you might ask me, sir, what are the other options? So let me show you. You will be amazed. Okay, you will be amazed that what high-end server AWS can provide. So if I go to the last one, Z1D.metal. So this server contains 48 virtual CPUs, 384 GIB RAM, through 384 GB RAM plus 48 virtual CPUs. You can create this type of huge servers through AWS also. Okay, so there are so many options are available, but again, uh, be careful while selecting the resources, because it might happen if you create this resource in a half an hour or 1 hour, you will lose all your free credits. Okay, so if you see in this list, only T2 micro is the eligible for the free tier. So I'm selecting this T2 micro. Now AWS is very careful about the security. Okay, he always need uh, authentication to validate you that you are the authenticate user. So it is asking me, please either provide me the key pair if you have already, or do you want you create the new key pair. So it always the private public key combination. Okay, so I am going to create the new public key, new key here, new key pair. So here I say it is asking me provide me the name. So here I will say FDP key. Okay, and then, okay, this is already existing, so I will say uh, FDP key pair, key pair. Okay, so FDP key pair I am going to use, and it is asking me which algorithm, RSA or ED. So we are going to stick to the standard, and then there is a concept called PEM and PPK. Normally if you are using the old Windows before I mean below Windows 10, so you need this PPK if you are accessing your machine through putty. But if you have Windows 10 or any other OS, then .pem is sufficient. So I said create key here, and please download it. Automatically get downloaded. Okay, because this key is always authenticated by AWS whenever you access your machine. Okay, these network settings, there is always a these are the very, like concepts called VPC subnet. Now see here, subnet means default subnet is any availability zone. I mention you that there is a availability zones, right? So by default one VPC is created for us, and if I edit here, you could able to see what are the availability zones available here. So as I mentioned there, so here availability zone AP South 1A, 1C, 1B. So if you are interested, you can select any one availability zone, or you can say no preferences. For me, you select whatever. I mean, in whatever the data center the space is available, just you select it. I don't have any specific choice right now. And this is the most important. Also, auto assign public IP. It must be enabled. It must be enabled. Okay. After that, it is asking me, do you want to create the new security group? So what is security group? Again, see, you know that whenever you create any machine, you need to access that machine remotely. So to access the remote machine, you should have SSH access or HTTP access or like this. So you open some port, and through some protocol only you access that machine, right? So here, uh, minimum requirement to access your AWS instance at least one SSH protocol should be open. Then only you can work with your remote machine. Okay. So what I will do, I will create I will use the existing security group. Okay. So it is giving me the security group, or let's create one security group. So I say FDP SG. SG stand for security group. Okay. And then it is asking me what rules do you want to add for this security group. So here it is by default SSH is open, port number 22 is open. This is good. Okay, I don't want any other security group now. Okay, so these are the bare minimum settings required. Network setting, then which type of resources, and this is nothing but we are giving the configuration to the AWS, and then I click on the launch instance here right hand side. Okay, so it is creating one machine, Linux machine for me, and now it is ready. I just click on the launch log. Okay, and if you see here it is succeeded. Now I want to see my view all instances. I click on here view instances, and if you see this FDP server is ready. Now remember this is still is pending, so that means AWS is creating the machine for me, right? Now see this is ready, it is running now. Now I can access this machine. Okay, now my server is ready, I can connect to it. So there are you just have to tick here on FDP server and then click on this connect button. Once you get connect to click on this connect button, there are four different options you can connect to your machine. Either EC2 instance connect, this is the most easiest way. Okay, so so one machine is created and it has been assigned a public IP, and the user is created for you, that is the EC2 hyphen user. So I said connect. Okay, so as soon as I click on the connect, another tab is open in your browser, and it is giving me the access to that machine. Now see my within a 2 minutes my Linux server is ready, and now I can work here on my Linux server. So here if you could able to see, I can, this is my Linux machine which is provided by the AWS. I can work here ls, I can run the Linux command, or I can create the file also. So I can say touch abc.txt. Okay, if I now click here, abc.txt is there. I can write a message also there, hello world. Okay, so it's so easy to create the server, right? So now I can say ls, then cat abc dot txt. Okay, see now in my browser only AWS has provided me the server, and this is the way how you can create the machine on the using this service EC2. Okay, uh, just take me 1 minute. Is it understood, or do you have any problem? If you understood, please type 1 in the chat box. Have you understood how I created the Linux machine by using the EC2 service of the AWS? Is this clear? Okay. So now let's create let's make this server as a web server, and let's deploy one small website on this server. Okay. So first of all, I want to make this server as a, a web server. To make web server, I required the I need to install the Apache server, Apache web server on this machine. So first I will take the root account credentials on this machine. So I simply type sudo hyphen I, so that I will become a root. So I become a root. Now let me install the let me update this. Okay, so I said m update. Okay, and I press enter. So no package mark for update, or I said sudo m update. So everything is up to date now. Okay, then I will install the the httpd service. Okay, that means I'm going to make this server as a web server. So instead of I will just copy paste the commands, because that will save our time. So I will here I have all these commands. So let me run those commands here. Okay, so The command is yum install. Let me copy if it is possible. M install hyphen y httpd service. So this is this will install the httpd service on the server. Okay, so it will. So what we are going to do, we are going to make our machine as a web server that we are doing. Okay, so let me start this service now. So these are the standard Linux command used to install HTTP server and start your HTTPD service. Okay, so this is start now, and let me enable this service. Okay, so let me enable, and now my HTTP server is ready. Okay, now what I will do, I will create uh, this small website. Okay, so what is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this? That you know this echo, and then I want this echo, this line, my name is Bond James Bond 007, not 6, and with the host name hyphen f command. Let me remove if uh, you are not comfortable. And then whatever you put in this HTML folder, this slash var slash www slash html index.html. So I want that through this command, what I am doing, I am creating one file called index.html, which will be stored in the html var www.html, and this content will be written in that index.html file. Okay, so this is what I am doing here. I am just creating a very small website, and I press enter. Okay, so now my website is ready. Okay, now so you might ask me how it is possible that your website is ready. So let's copy this public IP and let's paste here. And if I press enter, okay, so remember this, whenever you get such kind of errors in the AWS, so it is running. Are you observing this? So that means there is some problem with my website. Now my code is clear that there is nothing in my website. So whenever you got such type of errors, you have to please check your security group, and it is showing me this site can't be reached. I mean, I am not able to reach to this website. So whenever such errors are occur, you have to verify your security groups. Okay, so if you remember, I will again go on my EC2 dashboard, and on the left hand side you will find here security group. Okay, so so first of all, let me tell you, if you click on your EC2 dashboard, which security group is attached with this our server. If you see here, which security group is attached here, FDPSG. So I need to modify this FDP security group, right? So let's update this security group. I visited security group. I click here on the FDPSG, and then I said how many ports are open. Let me check the inbound rule. Okay, so right now there is only one rule, only SSH is open, and I want to access my website. So for accessing website, you know, we use the HTTP protocol, and your port number 80 should be open, then only you are able to access your website, right? So let's edit this inbound rule, and let's add that particular protocol. Okay, so what I am doing, I am adding one rule, and I said open the HTTP. Okay, add this HTTP rule, and then custom, I mean then 0.0.0 means any machine on this earth, available on this earth, can hit my website. Okay, and then I just simply say save rules. Okay, so it is updating my inbound rules. Now my FDP SG is updated. Now here there are the two rules. I have opened the two rules. So now SSH port is also available, and the port number 80 is also available. Okay, and now let's verify again whether I am able to access my website. Now I am again just copy your public IP and just hit the refresh. And are you able to see this message? Okay, so now if I copy this public IP, and if I give you this public IP, you can check from your machine. So if you just click on this public IP, you are able to see the same message. Just verify it. Are you able to see the website? Just click on this public IP, and you will find that you are also getting the same message that uh, same message that my name is Bond James Bond. Okay. So this is the way how you can see create the server. You can create the instance, and you can make it a web server also. Okay. So I hope everyone is getting the same message. Okay. Now you might ask me, sir, we don't want to deploy such a, like plain website. We want some beautiful website, and we should be we want to deploy it on our EC2 server. Okay. So what? Let me tell you that also how we can do that. So I hope, yeah, thank you, sir, for confirming. So let me, within a 5 minutes, we will deploy a very beautiful website on the same server. Okay. So for that purpose, just remember these steps. Okay. So what you can do, you can hit any sample website or web template available, free web template on the website, available free web template, available free web template. Okay. And you can download any website available free web template, or and then you can download these templates. Okay. So I have downloaded one such a website on my local machine, and this is available on the my desktop. So let me show you that. Let me show you that website. So this is the sample website which I have downloaded this template. Okay. And if I double click here, see this is the website. So I am opening it in my local machine. So I double click on this index. Okay. So now this is the website is ready with me. Now I want to deploy it on my EC2 server, so that you can also able to access that website, right? Right now you are not able to access this website because it is running on my local machine, on my local host. Okay. So how to do that? So let's do that. Okay. Also I would like to demonstrate you how to access the EC2 server on your power through your PowerShell. Okay. So again I am going to uh, click here, and I am going to click on EC2 dashboard. Okay, this is the EC2 connect terminal, right? So now what I will do, as I mentioned, there are so many different way how you can access your machine, right? So if you click on the SSH client, here it is given how to access your machine through the PowerShell. Okay, so let's say this is the command. Okay, so I just copy this command and I open the PowerShell, run as administrator. Okay. So right now I'm in the PowerShell in Windows. So I say cd c:/, and then clear. Okay. And then just now I copy pasted this command, right? Just now I copy pasted this command from my EC2 server, EC2 dashboard, right? So I will copy this command here. But now remember one thing, that here you have to provide the complete path of your key pair. Uh, so you know this, right? We have downloaded the key pair, and which is always required to access your machine, because AWS always authenticate you and then only give access to your machine. Okay. So here only, if I run this command, it will give me an error key that this key is not recognized. Okay. So better I will provide. Now this is available in my either let me show you from my download folder. Okay. So if I go here in the download folder, see here I have just downloaded this FDP key pair, right? And if I see the properties, I can able to track the path. So this is the path of my key. So I just copy here and I just paste here. Okay. So what I told, SSH is the command. I means this is the authentication, or this is the identity file. That's why this is a -i, and then name of your EC2 instance, and that I have just copy pasted. It is already provided by your EC2 dashboard. Okay, and press enter. Okay, so it is asking me this key is registered. Do you want to register this? I said yes. Okay, and see, now you are in the you are in the EC2 machine now. Now you are here. You can you can work in the Linux machine. So I can say ls. So we have already created this abc.txt, right? I can also write here abc.txt cat hello world. I can from here also I can create the new file. Let's say pqr.txt. Okay. I can also echo the message. So hello uh, to the pqr.txt. So point is that through this from your local machine from PowerShell also you can work with in your instance. Okay. So now what we are going to do, we are going to copy this beautiful website to our EC2 instance. Okay. So here I said exit. So see now the prompt is C colon. That means I am on my local machine now. Okay. So now right now that website path, that website is available on my desktop, right? So I need to give this command. So I will copy paste this command simply. Uh, SCP is the command. SCP stands for first of all I need to modify this file. So this is the SCP. SCP means securely copy. Then I need to give the path of my key, and then I need to provide the your EC2 instance path. Okay. Again, everything is available. I will just modify this command and then I will issue this command. So first of all, what is the name of my security key? So that is the FDP key pair, right? So I copy paste here and I update this FDP key pair, this file. Okay. Now my website path is same, so that is not any problem. Sample website, and then this I have to modify. So here I can able to identify this. See here, connect to your EC2 instance. So I need this path. Okay. So I will copy here and I will modify till this point. Okay. And what is the meaning of this? Okay. And what is the what it is doing? What we are going to do in our remote server, in our instance, we are going to create the new folder called data. And in that data folder, I'm going to copy all my files of this sample website. Okay. So let's run this command on the PowerShell. I copy this and then click here and press enter. Okay. So it is showing that permission is denied. Okay. So FDP key pair. Let me give the complete path of my key. So properties, then C users VM downloads, and then I will give here, and then so you just need this exact parameter should be matched. Okay. So this there is no concept, and then I need EC2 machine path. Okay, so I need this path and not the upper one. Okay, I need the user also. I need the user also. So I am modifying this till this point and paste. Okay, and now I rerun this command again so that I can able to copy my website from my local machine to the instance. That is what I am doing right now. Okay, so let clear this and then issue again this command. And if you see here, now all the files and folders are copied from your local machine to the EC2 instance. Okay, but it is available in the data folder, right? But what I told, there is a folder called var www.html. Unless and until you will not copy your files and folder in that folder, it will not get access, right? So I will again log into my EC2 instance. Okay. So let me previously. Okay. So right now I'm EC2 instance. If I say ls, see here data folder is there. Data folder is there. And if I say ls -al /data, So you are able to find all the files and folders here. Okay. Now I want to copy this folder from data to the AWS. So this is the simple command sudo cpr. Okay. So from this, I'm just simply copying my files and folders to the uh, so let me issue this command. So I am copying the all the files from my data folder to the HTML folder. That is what I am doing here. Okay. Now it is done. It is done. It is done. Okay. So my new beautiful website is available. Now have you seen here? See, right now it is displaying my name is Bond James Bond. I just simply refresh this. So now my website is available on my EC2 instance, and if you at your end, if you again refresh this public IP, you will find this website. You can try it once again. Okay, so SSH is stand for SSH. The meaning of SSH is secure shell. Okay, and SSH command is used to access the remote machine from your local machine. Is it clear, sir? So the purpose of SSH is when you want to access remote machine from or another machine, then you required one protocol and one that SSH at that time. So is it clear, everyone? So now a beautiful website is available on this public IP. Okay, great. So this is see this might be a good assignment if you are teaching cloud or for your students. You can give this assignment, and this is the way how it works basically. You can give the assignment like deploy your website on the AWS cloud. Okay, and let me tell you the further steps. Right now, if you ask me, sir, is it okay? I mean, are we done? No. See, this your public IP is exposed, everyone can access, so this is not a good. So there are different services, domain name services or route 53 services there, where you can register your website, let's say www.viit.website.com, and then I can link this public IP with my that uh, uh, website name, and then when someone hit www.viit website, then they are able to see this website. Okay, so this is the small demo how you can use the EC2 service and how you can deploy your websites. Okay. Now let's discuss few service. Now I only give you the glimpse, or in a short I will explain you. Okay. So we have I am skipping all this part here. Everything is available step by step with a screenshot how to deploy website. Uh, just skipping this part and I will go directly jump to the S3. Okay, now S3 is a service which is used, it is called as the storage service. So anything you want to store on the cloud, you can use this service. So there are three different type of services. One is called as the EFS, Elastic File Service. One is called as the EBS, Elastic Block Service, and another is called as the Object Storage. So S3 is a object storage service where you can store your data. You can create the bucket, and in that bucket you can store your data actually. Okay, so let me demonstrate you directly on the uh, okay, sorry. Huh, okay, so here we are. I am closing now this. I am closing this. Now how to stop your instance? Let me show you that also. So we have created this instance now, right? So it is showing me that, okay, this server is instance is running. How to stop that? Just click on there and go click on the instance state. So there are three options. Either you can stop it, either you can reboot it, either you can terminate. What is the meaning of the stop? Stop means it is temporarily stopped, and believe me, you will not get any bill if you stop that resource. Okay. Terminate means completely delete this instance. Okay, I don't want this instance, so it is going to delete everything. Okay, and reboot means it just reboot the machine, it just like your. So either you can stop or you can terminate. Okay, so if I click on the terminate, It shows me, are you sure you want to terminate? I said yes, terminate this. And see here, the instant state is showing shutting down. So now everything is gone. Now there is no website, no server, nothing. So after some time, all the resources, see, all the resources are taken back by my AWS clouds. Okay. So this is the way how you can terminate your resources also. Okay. Now let me go to the S3. So here is the S3 service. So here I'm clicking on this S3 service. So on the every dashboard, no, AWS is so beautiful. On every service, you will find some information, some videos. See here, here the video is available. What is S3? How it works? So you can check it out. And it is also mentioned what is this service. So it is a one first thing is it is a storage. It is store and retrieve any amount of data from anywhere. It is one of the core service of AWS. Okay, so you must know this. And then I can create the bucket. So you can create bucket here. Now remember this. This is the global service again. See on the right hand top, it is mentioned. That means whenever you create any bucket, your name should be unique, globally unique name. Okay, if I give here test, so it will show me if this bucket name is already given or not. Okay, so I think it's available. Or and if you want to create, so I say fdp, this is my bucket name, bucket, and then give some random number. Okay, so that you will not face that issue. Now remember this, no capital letters are allowed here. So I need to convert it into the FDP. Otherwise it will again give me error key, no capital, don't use capital letter. It will ask me in AWS region, choose the bucket. Either I can choose or I can create. So this is also ACL, access control list. So who is the owner, how you are going to give the access. So I say ACL enabled. Okay, bucket owner, object ownership, all that. Okay, and now it is asking me, do you want that the anybody on the webs on the other side can able to access this bucket, or do you want to use it for your private? Okay, so I said block all public access. I don't want to give the public access to my bucket. Here also see bucket versioning. We already discussed yesterday about the versioning, right? Right now it is disabled. You can enable versioning. You know it now. So when you update the file, it will keep the versions of your files also, right? And then all this by default value we will keep at is it. And I say create bucket. Okay, so it will create a bucket for me. So see, this bucket is created, and now I can use this bucket. If I click here, I can upload my files. It is a storage. Remember this. This is a storage service. So you can take a backup of your files. You can take a backup of your. You can store your photos, files, and folder. So you can upload. Click here, upload. So it will option give me. Do you want to add file or folder? So I said add a folder. So it will ask me from your local machine. So let me upload that website folder. So desktop sample website upload, and I click on the upload. Now see all the files and these are uploaded, right? Not all uploaded. It is showing me only the list. When I click on this button upload, now all the files, see here upper side, it is uploading all the files and folders on your in your bucket now. So this is the way how you can use the storage service. Okay. So till this point, I think we have discussed about the IAM. We can discuss about the EC2. We have discussed about the S3 bucket. Okay. So there are different other huge list of services are available, like database service, load balancer, and all that. So let me just show you the list. Okay. So see here now upload is successful. Now in my bucket, all my files backup is available. So if I close here, so see, so this is the my sample website, and all files and folders are stored in that bucket. Okay. So this is the way how you can use the Amazon S3. Okay. So how you can work with the Amazon S3? You have to need to create the bucket first, and then upload the files and folders. Okay. So there are other services available like database services. So let me show you that also. So see here how many databases are available. DynamoDB is the proprietary database. RDS is the relational databases. So if I click here RDS, So how many options are available? Why you should go for the cloud? Why you should use the cloud services? So suppose for your application you need a MySQL database. Okay. So instead of installing the MySQL and all that, you just go to the cloud, just go to the Amazon RDS. Okay. And see here, if I say create database, it's so easy to use the databases and how many options you have available. Okay. Let me demonstrate that. So RDS is the relational database. There are now you know that there are no SQL databases also. So DynamoDB is very popular database is available. See, so these are the options available. I can use the MySQL, I can use the Aurora, I can use the MySQL, then MariaDB, Postgre. So any database you can create not without installing for your application and you can use this. Okay, and this is the way how you can use the cloud. Okay, so there are AR, VR services are available. Machine learning, if you are working on machine learning project, so SageMaker is the, see, if I click on the machine learning, so many services are available for the machine learning. Okay, so I hope this is all from my side for today's agenda. Let me revise once only what we discuss. Okay. So as I mentioned that IAC, that is infrastructure as code, we are going to discuss tomorrow in detail. Okay. Sorry. So so as per the today's agenda, this is what we completed, right? So we discuss about the basic concepts, service models and deployment model. We discuss about the what is AWS, a few basic concepts like what are the regions, what are the availability zones, what are the age locations. Okay, then we also discuss how to set the billing alarms, and then we in detail we saw how to create the one EC2 instance, how to deploy your applications, how to make it a web server. Load balancer is something load balancer, let me just give you the glimpse like, so what we do in the load balancer, let's say you have this EC2 instance, multiple EC2 instance, okay, and now you are running the one website here, web application here, web application backup of this. Okay, so in load balancer what we do, we create the one load balancer here and your client is here. Okay, so when client hit, so now these machines are hidden from your client. Okay, he only know there is a load balancer, so as per the load it diverts your request to the particular server actually. So suppose another person is accessing your website and now the server is busy, it automatically transfer your request to the next server. So that is the use of load balancer. Okay, just if you go here and if you click here load balancer, search load balancer. So in the EC2 dashboard, you will find here the load balancer service. Okay. So if I click here load balancer, here these are the options to create the load balancer. So that is the concept only, that what is the need of load balancer. After that, we discuss about the S3, how to create the bucket and how to upload, and IAC we are going to discuss tomorrow in detail. Okay. So that's it from my side. If you have any question here, you can ask. Sir, can we work on the same machine if we terminate? No, sir, no. Terminate means all the resources are deleted permanently. So you cannot work once you terminate the instance. Yes, I am going to share these PPTs with you, but please give me some time. Maybe on coming Monday. By coming Monday, I will sort it out because uh, and then I will share definitely.
Uh, Sir, if anybody is having any queries, please raise the hand so that I can unmute them.
Yes.
Any queries, please raise the hands. Or let me just give permission to everybody to unmute themselves.
Yeah, or yes, I mean, you give permission so that anybody
Yes,
can.
sir.
Yeah.
I've allowed, sir. Like anybody can unmute themselves and speak. If you have any queries. Dear participants, if you have any queries, sir is waiting. If anyone wants to ask any questions, you can please unmute yourself.
Okay. So
I guess we can take it as
uh,
conclusion, sir.
everything is yes. Okay. Yeah. So thank you very much. So see you tomorrow at 10 sharp.
Yes, sir. That would be
Thank you.
fine.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir. Thank you.
Bye.